During gym, after gym, I feel tense, I feel like I've hurt myself, I feel like everything's scratched up because that's what you want, usually. But when I do something, when I do this exercise, I come out of it and I'm just like, oh, everything that I've done during the day is just left and it's just brilliant. My name's Declan and I've swam since I was 10 years old, and my goal was always to be going to the Olympics, but 3.5 years ago I came down with an injury. At first it was only bursitis and tendonitis, so I had a surgery for it. 3 months later I got back in the pool and it was all going really well, but I ended up getting arthritis in my AC joint, and that was a lot more painful and a lot more drastic, so they had to cut the end of my collarbone off. And since then, it was going really well when I got back into training, and everything was perfect. I went in a bit slower that time so that I could build up properly and not injure myself again, but I ended up doing an activity one day, and all my nerves triggered off, and at the point we didn't know it was nerve problems. We just thought, oh, it's another injury. And then I went to my sports doctor, who is Dr. Matt Hislop, who has been with me the whole time. He is absolutely brilliant, and he just said, look, we need to do some really thorough tests on it. So we did all the MRIs, we did all the CAT scans, the ultrasounds, and we ended up seeing that there was nothing wrong with my shoulder other than the fact that all my nerves were still wanting me to be in pain. And it's a problem called neuropathy. Because of my neuropathy, these dots occur, and this shows that my nerves aren't quite flowing properly to these points, and they actually give little white spots where my nerves are not processing enough. And I've actually had issues where this side of my arm will just go numb, and I can do absolutely anything with it, and it's just because I'm getting so much noise coming from my fingers that my nerves aren't working properly. It's very similar to when an amputee has their leg cut off. They actually can still feel like they have that part of the leg there. Mine's not quite as drastic as that, but that is exactly the same situation where the pain that I've had for the last 3 years still wants me to be in that pain. I got to Victor when I moved up to Brisbane, and he introduced me to Ken, and we decided that this would be a really good idea to do this because it's nerves, and that's what Ken does. He works with nerves, it's all about it. I came in with an open mind, and I was very happy because he explained to me everything before, and because I've done a part of a biomed degree and I'm doing other stuff like that, I actually understood what he was getting at with the nerves and how their movements and everything that he wants to do. It is actually a very scientifically sound process. I've come along and it's just doing wonders. I'm getting less pain everywhere, movement's so much easier, and everything I'm doing is just becoming so much better. Over the last few months I've been getting better at swimming, and I went to the nationals and I did all PBs, which is the first time in 3.5 years that I've done a good solid PB group in and that it's just really, really nice to see something like that. Because I've been working so hard with everything, it's just nice to finally be back where I need to be on the road to getting better. It's affecting everything though. I mean, I like to do stuff outside of swimming and uni that is just totally different. Like I skate and I surf and all that stuff, and it just makes all that so much easier because your balance, your coordination, everything just gets easier to control because you're so much more aware of all your surroundings.